So hey guys, today I will show you how you can onboard a CSR, a Cisco CSR Edge onto the vManager in Cisco Viptela. So we are going to follow very step-by-step approach. These are the steps where we will configure the interface, tunnel interface, then we'll define the static route, then we'll import and install the certificate, and then we'll assign the chassis number and token ID. So first you need to check in which mode the cEdge is. So for that you can use the command show version pipe section pipe include mode, and you can see the router is in controller managed mode. So there are two modes. First one is autonomous mode and second one is controller managed mode. In autonomous mode, it will work as a traditional Cisco router, and it will take all the traditional Cisco commands. So if you want to convert from controller mode to autonomous mode, the command is really simple. Controller mode disable. Once you just hit enter, it will ask you if it can erase all the config and then reboot. Similar way, if it is in the autonomous mode and if you want to make it controller mode, then again the command is very simple. Instead of enable disable, it is just controller mode enable, and then once you hit enter, then it will reboot and it will boot up with controller mode. So that's it. Now we will proceed with the config. To get into the config mode, the cEdge has a little bit different command, which is config transaction, because it unlike the traditional routers, it doesn't if you run the command, it doesn't directly take effect. You have to commit the changes first, and then only the cEdge will take effect in the controller mode. So we'll go with interface gigabit Ethernet 1. We are having system IP defined as this. This is the IP address for this interface. Site ID is going to be 30, and the default gateway for this router is going to be 10.3.0.1. So we'll straight away get into the config. So what I've done is I have configured the IP address for gigabit Ethernet 1, so that I'll show you right away. And I have defined the static route. Yeah, so this is a plain simple command, and I'll show you the static route. So this is the static route. Okay, and I've verified I can ping the vManage on VPN 0 interface. So this is going to be our VPN 0 interface, which we'll configure for onboarding. So we'll get into the system config first, because we have to give the system ID configuration and system IP, site ID, and the organization name configuration. So system IP is, we'll get into the system. System IP 99.99.99.115. Site ID is going to be 30. Organization name is going to be Viptela Lab. And my vbond IP is 10.0.0.12. After that, we have to define the tunnel interface, and the source physical interface associated with that tunnel is gig Ethernet 0. So interface tunnel 1, no shutdown, one tunnel source is going to be the same gigabit Ethernet 1, and then tunnel mode SD-WAN. Exit. Then under SD-WAN we have to configure the encapsulation and color, and we have to define interface gigabit Ethernet 1 as tunnel interface as well. Gigabit Ethernet 1 tunnel interface, encapsulation ipsec, uh, wait one, and color is going to be internet. So this is done. We are done with the bootstrap commands. So I'll just commit the configuration. After commit, it will take the effect. So let's verify, show SD-WAN running config. So this is our basic system configuration. Then default route, then interface gigabit Ethernet 1 configuration, then tunnel configuration, and then SD-WAN configuration. All right. So next step is to import the certificate and install it. So what I've done is I've imported the certificates. It's pretty simple. You just have to, you can import it via TFTP. So copy TFTP, then you have to import it into the boot flash, and then after that, straight away, just like the traditional Cisco commands, you have to give the IP. This is the name of my certificate, so I'm not going to change it. So the file is already exists. So do I want to overwrite? Yes. If it gets overridden, that's fine. But if it doesn't, then I already have the certificate. Let's wait for a couple of minutes. Okay, it timed out, but no worries. I already imported the root CA. So what I'll do now is I'll install the certificates. So to install the certificate, the command is request platform software SD-WAN root certificate chain, and then I have to give the path because okay, then install, and then I have to give the path, and the certificate is in the boot flash, and the name, and hit enter. Okay, the certificate is getting installed. Okay, the certificate is successfully installed. How you can verify it? It is show sdwan certificate root CSR. So this is how you can check the root CA which is installed. So we have it has got installed actually because our organization name is viptellab.com. So next step is we have to assign the chassis number and the token ID from the vmanage list, device list, to this CSR. So I'll quickly. So this is my vmanage. So if we go under configuration device, before that I'll just quickly verify if the vmanage can communicate to the cEdge. So default ID, username and password for vmanage are vmanage also admin 3.0. Okay, it can ping. And let me just verify with vbond as well, because vbond is like a glue in this setup, because vbond will uh, authenticate the certificates actually. Authentication works because every request goes to the vbond. Okay, it can communicate. So let me go to the CSR and I'll have to open a session here, because what happens is I will not be able to copy the chassis number and the token ID from this system to the CSR console, because CSR console is on my uh, system, and this is the virtual system in the evng. So what I'll do, I'll just open evng here, and this is our CSR. All right. So we'll onboard one CSR from this list. So which one should we try? Okay, let's try this one. Copy. And the command is request platform software SD-WAN vh activate chassis number, then paste the chassis number, then token, then we have to copy this token, so 8ACB, right? 8ACB, okay, all right, then paste. Okay, then let me see if there is nothing. So I'll just hit enter. Let me see if I see any action here, because once it takes the correct token and all, so it will create a CSR and it will get signed by the root CA. So nothing is happening right now at the moment. Okay, just to be sure, what I'm doing is I'll just add CSR at the beginning of the chassis number, which is not the correct, but I've tried it a couple of times. It didn't work this way. So CSR and hyphen CSR hyphen, right? Enter. Okay, so it worked. Now you will see the CSR getting generated here, and it will get signed by root CA. It will take a minute or two. You see the CSR got generated, and at the same time you will see some logs on the cEdge as well. Okay, and once it gets signed, you will see the icon like this, which will say that the certificate is installed. Till now it's still okay. Now I see the certificate is installed and it got authenticated. So let's go to monitor. Dashboard and main dashboard. Before this we had 2 CHs onboarded, so we should have 3 now. So 2 CHs are down, 1 is up. So this is down, so that's fine. So this, out of these 2, I think it will take some time to come back up, or it will take some time to get in sync. Okay, we got it. So we can see now 2 CHs are up and 1 is down. So that is expected. So now if you see now, we can see the logs that it has been authenticated by vadmin, and then the OMP peer has been come up. All right. So this is how you can onboard the cEdge onto the vManage. Thanks, guys. Bye.